In this video, we are going to talk about the TypeScript satisfies operator, about why it was added to TypeScript, what problem it solves, and how you can use it. With that, let's jump into the code. To begin, create a fresh TypeScript file or create a playground on the official website of TypeScript. And make sure you're running TypeScript 4.9 or higher, as the satisfies keyword is a new addition to the TypeScript language. In order to understand why the satisfies operator was even introduced and what problem it should solve, we need to create some types. So we're going to start by creating the city type. That's going to be either city name or city coordinates. And city name is going to be defined as one of these three strings. So the city name can be either New York or Mumbai or Lagos. And the city coordinates is an object that's going to have an X property, that's going to be a number, and a Y property, that's also a number. So we have the type city, that's either city name or city coordinates, and city name is one of these three strings, and city coordinates is this object. And finally, let's create type user. That's going to have the property birth city. That's going to be of type city. So it's going to be city name or city coordinates. And property current city. That's also going to be of type city. Next, we are going to create a variable user. And user is going to have the birth city property. That's going to say Mumbai. So this property is of type city, but more specifically is of the type city name, because Mumbai is one of these cities that we allow to pass. And the current city is going to be this coordinate. So X is going to be 6 and Y is going to be 3, and it corresponds to the city coordinates variable. So the birth city corresponds to the city name variable, and current city corresponds to the city coordinates variable. And this is a perfectly valid way to create and annotate the user variable. But let's say you want to do the following. So you have the user variable and you want to access the birth city property, and for some reason you want to convert it to uppercase. However, this will make TypeScript very unhappy, and you can see the red underline. Why is this the case? Didn't we just assign a string to the birth city variable and all strings have the to uppercase property? Well, this is true, but from TypeScript's perspective, birth city is of type city, and city can be either city name or city coordinates. And if it's city coordinates, it's an object, and these objects, they don't have any to uppercase property. So if you actually hover over the message, it's exactly what TypeScript is gonna say to you. Property to uppercase doesn't exist on type city coordinates. So can we do something about this? Can we make sure that the user variable actually matches the user type, and also let TypeScript be kind of smart about it and make TypeScript know that the birth city is actually a city name and current city is actually city coordinates? Well, as you might guess, satisfies keyword is the answer. What we can do is that instead of defining the user variable as user:user, we can delete this type definition and we can replace it with const user satisfies user. You can now see that the dreaded red underline under the to uppercase call has now disappeared, and that's because TypeScript is now smart enough to know that birth city is actually a string, and you can safely call to uppercase method on it. And if you try assigning something else to the birth city property that doesn't correspond to any of the defined types, so let's say we are going to assign Beijing, and Beijing isn't New York, it's not Mumbai, it's not Lagos either, we immediately get this red underline that's going to protect us. So on one hand, the satisfies keyword ensures that we only pass whatever satisfies the user type to the user variable, and on the other hand, it lets TypeScript do its type inference magic behind the scenes and infer as specific types as it can from the values that we pass to this variable. So if I now go back and enter a valid type and hover over the user variable, you can see that the birth city is actually the string Mumbai and current city is an object that matches the city coordinates, and that's why we don't get the error on to uppercase call anymore. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, you can like the video or subscribe to my channel, and you can also leave feedback in the comments, whether it's positive or negative. As always, all the source code for this video is available in the video description, as well as a link to my blog post where I explain this concept in a blog post form. And with that, I hope to see you next time. Bye.